Hello everybody and welcome to this video where today we're going to talk about how to write a song when you have absolutely no idea how to write music and how to play an instrument or how to do anything, but you want to write a song. Most people who go through this, let's say, or who have this question or whatnot, whether they like it or not, they usually love to sing. Maybe not in public, but they sing in the shower. They sing in the bathroom. They sing when they're vacuuming. They sing when they're doing dishes. They sing. There are a couple things here that I feel like people get fucked up in the head with. And some of you in Anarchy Crew went through this too, or are going through this now, where there's some of you who are very wordy and you are super purple with everything, and you just put a million words down, and you write the words out as fast as your mind could come up with them. Others of you who are very sparse with your words, and you only come up with one or two in a line, and you really think about those words. It's not as much projectile vomit as just the flood of words, And the only reason why I bring this up like this is because regardless of what anybody says, and a lot of you might argue this with me, the thing that makes a song different than a poem, okay, more than anything else, the repetitive hook, okay? That hook is what makes somebody listen to a song. What is a hook? What do we use hooks for? For fishing, to catch fish. Big giant sticks to get bad comedians off the stage. I don't know, shepherds use it to beat the shit out of sheep. Whatever the fuck they're for, okay? Hooks. You grab something and you can pull it, okay? With music, especially pop music, okay? You need hooks, okay? The repetitive hook. What I see from a lot of people who are new to songwriting, they either are just hook or they never do a hook. And it's just somebody stole Morrissey's diary and oh no, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be conscious of having a hook, or else you're just writing a poem or you're writing in a journal. There has to be a hook, okay? Think of your favorite song. What's the line that you just keep singing over and over again? It's usually in the chorus. Now, with that said, now that we know that we're dealing with a lyricist who doesn't know how to play any instruments, the most important thing you can do is record yourself singing this song around the house or however you do it. And the reason why this is important is because you don't know how to play anything. You don't know notes, you don't know keys, you don't know scales, you don't know chords, you don't know anything, okay? Whatever. But you probably are going to want to find someone to collaborate with, okay? So you could do this. And what I see people do is that they will be singing the song by themselves for weeks and weeks and weeks, okay? And in their head, this is how the song goes. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to collaborate with a guitar player and it's going to just pop off like this and it's going to be great. But then the guitar player starts playing something that's a completely different melody, a completely different rhythm, a completely different feel, and a completely different key. And then suddenly you start trying to sing those words you wrote into someone else's music and it doesn't work. And so you immediately go, oh, well, I guess I just don't got it. I guess this match isn't going to work. Whatever. Now, that match may not work, but that might not be because of the song you're doing. It might just be for a million different reasons. But what you need to do then is take the recording that you did of singing that song and hand it to the guitar player. And if a guitar player is good, he will be able to listen to that and match what you're doing with the guitar. And honestly, your melody will probably have 5 or 6 notes in it, and the thing to play on that melody might only be a chord or two. So, and this is what people don't get, and it's really frustrating, especially when like people who have no idea about how like writing music works gets like frustrated. A lot of times there are people who cannot take criticism and or not even criticism, but just like fucking advice. You know, just do it like this. It's fine. Try this. Why don't you try this? Okay? Like, you have to be able, if you're going to collaborate with somebody, you have to be able to fucking do this shit. And one of the best things I've ever heard about this, and I'm sure Danzig wasn't the first one to do this, but apparently Glenn Danzig, back in the Rick Rubin stages of Deaf American Records, Danzig's first 4 albums, the band was, I think it was just Danzig, John Christ on guitar, Eerie Vaughn on bass. I guess that'd be Chuck Biscuits on drums at that point. So Danzig claimed to be the songwriter for Danzig, okay? And what he would do is he would sing into a tape recorder the song that he wrote and then hand that to John Christ. John Christ would come up with the guitar riff for it. Danzig claims credit because if it wasn't for him singing into that tape recorder, John Christ wouldn't know how to play the fucking song. And some might say that's bullshit, like John Christ should get writing credit. Okay, I don't remember how the court case shook out, but that was the thing. But like one of the arguments was like Danzig's like, or Danzig's lawyer was like, you don't tell the drummer what drums to play. You know, you give them a song and then the drummer plays a beat to it. You don't tell the bass player like what bass line to do. You know, the bass player here's the song and he's like, oh, this is the song we're playing, okay, then I'll go do. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell you, people who don't know how to play anything, you were already songwriters, you were already musicians, you are dealing with melody, you're already creating the tones, the music, the tunes, you know? So with that said, don't be so hard on yourself. And one of the things that is going to probably come up is that you're going to notice when the person you're like working with starts putting your song together off of the recording you make, they're going to go, oh, wow, this is actually to the melody of this song by so-and-so. It's the same chord progression. It's the same thing. That's fine. Change it. Do something. Add something to it. You know, what's the famous line from Vanilla Ice? Theirs goes ding 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 ding, and ours goes ding 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 ding. See that little ting? That's what makes it different. That's what makes it mine. That's a bad example, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you add a little something to it. What's another good example? Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones and Mr. Soul to Neil Young. You know what I'm saying? Or like Yellow Ledbetter by Pearl Jam and then the Jimi Hendrix song that sounds exactly like it. It happens. It happens to everybody. But it's okay. Just when you notice it, add a little something to it. There's only 12 fucking chords on a guitar. I mean, there's more than that, but there's like 12 notes. And then you have minors and sharps and flats and whatever. But you get what I'm saying, okay? It's not that serious. It's not that big of a deal. The easiest things in the world are going to come to you naturally, and they're just going to be amazing. The most beautiful songs in the world that you're ever going to write are going to happen on accident. They're just going to exist. If you are working really hard on something, chances are the reason why you're working hard is because it's not time for that thing yet. And this is going to lead me to the last bit about this. Whenever you are going to work with somebody and you're going to sit down and do a collaboration, like writing a song with somebody or something, you need to center yourself. You need to like ground yourself. You need to be at peace with yourself and your environment. Okay? Because when we create, we let our guard down a lot. When we create, we are vulnerable. And for a lot of us, when we are vulnerable, if we are working with people who are not grounded, are not clear, are not centered, any kind of question or any kind of anything could be taken as an insult. Like, we become very vulnerable and exposed. I don't know another way of saying it. So if you are not like at peace, with the person you're like working with and in the room that you're in, there is a good possibility that that is going to be like a chaotic mess, and not in a fun, like, ooh, we're making fucking music, this is chaos, like in a shit kind of way. And then you spend a lot of time just trying to play through all of that to get to a point where you both are receptors and able to take in that inspiration from the ether to create something like magical. You know what I'm saying? So if you are going to be creating with anyone else, you have to make sure that you guys both understand what creation is to you and that you guys are on the same level. Remember earlier when I said sometimes like you play with somebody and it just isn't going to work, and it's not because of this, that, or the other? This is the reason. If people do not vibrate at the same frequencies, it's going to be really difficult to make anything of value with that person. Okay? So if you are going to take like creation seriously, and then on top of that, creation with another person, this almost gets like, I don't want to say sensual or sexual or anything like that, but when you are making something with somebody else, again, it's an intimacy. Okay? You are both laying yourselves bare in front of one another. Okay? And I'm not trying to like get into a safe sex talk and start talking about condoms and stuff, but you know, there's a reason why a lot of people like to, when they run out and do stuff, wear condoms. It's protection, you know, and there's a lot of people who don't sleep with people the first couple times they hang out with them. Okay? Because you're taking in stuff from that person. You're taking that energy in. So anytime there's intimacy, you are taking in that person's stuff. Okay? So you have to like mentally and spiritually and energetically prepare your surroundings for having something like that happen. Take it fucking seriously. I'm not trying to be weird about it, but it's just like, I see so many people fuck this up and then just go, oh, well, I tried and it didn't work, so I guess I won't write songs anymore. Or take it seriously and do the fucking thing and do it right. You know, it's not rocket science. And like, I know I'm sitting here talking about creating with ease and things should be easy, and it should be. But just because something's easy doesn't mean like it's not scary. Like, do the thing correctly. It's just like driving a car for someone who's driven a car for years and years is really fucking easy. But when you first learned to drive a car, you were fucking terrified. It's the same kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So going down the list, record yourself singing. Do not just go in and hope that the song they play is going to match your words, because it ain't. You need to work on a hook. Okay? And like, if I need to throw this out to you, this is how I'll throw it out. Your verses could be your word vomit things. And then when you get to the chorus, just have a couple words, like just have like a catchy line and have that be the thing repeated, or like a catchy stanza. Like, think of your favorite songs. Look at how many words are in each line of the verse, and then look at what the choruses look like. I don't know what to tell you, because like, more likely than not, you are going to be drawn to a certain type of song as opposed to other certain types of songs that other people you know may be really into. Okay? I hope this was helpful. I hope it was informative. Go pick up my new books. You could go over to mattwallart.com. Take a look at those. Anarchy Crew members get discounts. And there is also another promotion going on this month, for the month of March. But join the crew down below. We do all sorts of fun and amazing shit, guys. Keep on keeping on, and I will talk to you all later.